Good morning, Facebook family. I have big news today. Well, besides what I am doing the live on today, I'm not backwards anymore. Are you so excited? So when I show you guys stuff now, it's not going to be backwards. I'm so excited to have finally figured it out. So today I'm going to share with you my back to school dual flip book that I give to all of the parents at the beginning of the school year. Now, our official back to school night isn't until a couple of weeks into the school year, so I don't have to have these ready for the very first day of school. So my tip for you, for those of you who have seen these, this is kind of what it looks like. I'm gonna finish it up and show you guys how to finish it up. For those of you who have seen them and are like, oh man, that looks like a lot of prep, have your students help you on the first day of school, and you can even send them home with the kids on the first day of school. And I'll give you some other tips for that as well. So what it is it's a dual flip book. So you've seen, and maybe you've used my freebie that has one flap, right? And you flip up each page. You may have used them in interactive notebooks. But this one has two flaps, and it's smaller, so you can get twice as much information in one little piece of paper here. Well, it's not one piece of paper, but you get twice as much information shared in one small piece of paper. So how it works is when you download it from TPT, you're going to get a completely editable version. So that means that if you need to have it in Spanish or in French or in any other language, that option is available to you. You just type in whatever language you want to use or you wish to use. So if you have students who parent and speak English and students whose parents speak Spanish, you could have two options available just as easily for you to do. So you don't have to worry about it not being available and ready to edit for you, because you get a completely editable version. You also get a version that includes what mine looks like that I send home to my parents. Now, it doesn't share with you like my exact wording, but for some of the pages it does, just to give you an overview of kind of what I'm sharing with the parents, what information I'm giving them. So I'm going to share that one with you. The sample that is in the download also tells you what fonts that I'm using. So look, it's not backwards. You have the cover here, so I obviously didn't change the cover. This isn't the one that I'm sending home. This is just the sample, but you have all of the fonts here that I'm using. So if you like any of the fonts that you see on here, you have all of that available for you. I've given you the names. You can either search them on TPT. Some of them are TPT fonts and some of them are free fonts that you can find through Google. Just Google the name of the font and you can download it. If you're not sure how to download fonts, that's really simple. I suggest Googling it because it depends. Like, I work on a Mac, so you just kind of download it to your computer and double click and click install font. I'm not sure how it works on a PC, so I'm not really able to help you with that, so I apologize. But installing fonts is super easy. Another great thing with this is that if you wanted to add clip art, you can add clip art to the pages. You're just gonna, again, download it from TPT. If you're doing clip art, just download it, and if it's editable in PowerPoint, so you do have to have Microsoft PowerPoint, and you're just going to drag it from the folder over into, or you can right click insert photo from the folder that you downloaded, and you can just insert it, resize it, and stick it in here. So I see I've put that one in there. I already cut this piece out, but I've put little guys in here for my classroom management pieces. I have a little reader for my reading toolkit. So you can add clip art if you want. It doesn't come with clip art already on the pages. There is a version though, you'll see here. This one, I have to figure out how to get used to this backwards now. So, because it's backwards for me. It comes with ones that have clip art already on some of the tabs. So if you wanted to use these ones, you just edit the tab. You edit the tab here, and you put whatever you want to go along with the phone. It is no longer backwards, except for me, like looking at it now it's backwards, so I have to figure out like how to point where. So hang with me, but as long as it's not backwards for you guys, that's all that counts. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna print it. I print it on Astrobrights paper. I don't print it on cardstock because there's so many pieces of paper here. When you print it on cardstock, it gets really thick, and then not a lot of staplers are going to go through it because it is like 9 pieces of paper. What's great about it is, though, I have tried to keep as many of the same size on one piece for your version. For my sample version, it's not, you just see all of my stuff. That's why I have copies of the same things. But I've tried to fit as many of the one size on one page, so you're saving paper that way. And you just want to copy it on regular Astrobrights paper. You can print it on regular white paper, have students color it, however you want to do it. You know, do what works for you. It's completely editable. Make it work for you guys. So I've gone ahead and cut out like the couple of bottom ones here. So all you're going to do, if you don't already own a pair of spring-loaded scissors, I suggest you buy a pair. I bought these off of Amazon. I think they were like 20 bucks. Maybe that might even be a little high. Game changer, guys. Like, it changes my life. I promise you. You will never look back again. But you're just going to cut all the pieces out. Again, if you are thinking, oh my gosh, that's a lot of cutting. I don't have time for this. One thing you can do is on the first day of school, you can have your students cut them out for you. That's a great way for you to inform your students, like, here's what my email is and here's my phone number. If mommy and daddy need to get a hold of me, or aunt and uncle or parent or guardian, whoever it is, if they need to get a hold of me, here's my phone number. You know that this is where it is. It's on this color, or it's on this page where the phone is. I like to stick a magnet on the back so they can put it on their fridge. That way you can go through this and the kids know what's in here and what their expectations are, as well as the parents then when you send it home or give it to them whenever. So this is what it's going to look like when it's almost finished. Look, it's not backwards. I'm so excited. But you'll see here that it kind of overlaps a little bit. You can either leave it like that. I like to just take those two pieces like this, and then I'm going to just cut that little edge off. Because if not, it will drive me crazy, but you can certainly leave it, whatever works for you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut all of these little pieces off here, and then I'll share with you what is inside of my flip book and what I'm sharing with parents, and kind of a little bit about that. So let me cut this one. This one's a little long. All right. So once you have it all in order, this is not only is this a great fine motor activity for kids to cut out, it is a great following directions to make sure you're getting all your flaps right. I think I'm missing a flap. Do you see it? I'm missing a flap right here. Well, oh, it's because it's this one. I need to do this one. So it's great to have your kids cut out, see, and following directions. Make sure you have all of the pieces in the right spot, because if you don't, it's not going to line up correctly, and then it's going to look funny. So it's a great first day activity to get your kids' brains thinking, but it's not too taxing for your brain, but they could absolutely follow along. That looks so much better. Okay, so then all you're gonna do is I put two staples at the top, and it's finished. Add a magnet to the back. You can get sticky magnet. If you have a bunch of like business card magnets from different places, you can easily glue those on the back, but you can do it that way. So this is what mine looks like inside. Again, super simple to put together. I love how colorful it is. It kind of makes it all pop. I put the cover on the front. There are different cover options for you. You can edit the year. So that's an option for you. I just really like the star. The first tab that I put in is my contact information, because that's most important. I want parents to know exactly how to contact me, where they can do so, and it also tells them I will respond within 20 to 48 hours. I think district rules is 24 hours, so I will have to change this. It's for 24 hours. I'm available during my planning time, so it gives them my planning time, and also I can say you can reach me after school or before school, things like that. You're letting parents know exactly when and where they can find you and contact you if they need anything. Next, I'm going to move into Meet the Teacher, and I'm just going to give them a little bit of information about me. It says this is where I write about me, my life as a teacher, and a little bit about the person that I am. So I might mention my two dogs, Jax and Zoe. I might say, hey, I really like dinosaurs and sharks, and I love Reese cups, and I love cherry Coke. Just things for them to get to know you a little bit better and kind of ease into the school year so they get to know who their child's teacher is. So you can put whatever information you want here. Again, you don't have to include this if you don't want to. I do, just because I teach a self-contained class, so I'm in contact with my parents a lot, and I want them to know me too. Helping Hands is kind of like a parent donation thing for a self-contained classroom. We need a lot of things that other classrooms might not necessarily need all the time or as often. Like sticky back Velcro. I know the classrooms do need that, but we need it like a lot. It also, yes, agree. Rebecca said it helps for teacher appreciation gifts. That's great too. The Meet the Teacher stuff and this, it's great for classroom. If parents want to donate stuff in the middle of the school year, but they don't know what to donate, they can always come back and look at this. And these are things that we always need. So I do make sure to say it's not mandatory or expected of parents to donate supplies. But it's always greatly appreciated. So here are the supplies that we always use. We're always using white cardstock, sticky back Velcro, Ziploc bags, tissues, and napkins. We do Fun Food Friday, which we'll get to here. So some of this stuff is for Fun Food Friday as well. iTunes gift cards for the iPads that we have in our classroom because it's a hassle kind of to get the district to put apps on an iPad. So it's easier to just have parents donate it, to pay for paid apps, not for free apps. So parents can donate it so we can try out apps in the classroom. That's great too if the kids like certain apps at home and it might be kind of expensive. The parents can kind of help you with that if the district is not willing to do so. And then you can still have it on a classroom iPad. I'll put my schedule in here. So I'm listing the classroom schedule. Now I won't put student specific schedules in here for confidentiality reasons. If it gets lost or it doesn't make it home, I'm putting only my schedule in here. So this is where I give a detailed day of our day. I don't go into student-specific schedules, but I will say like when we have specials, what our special schedules is, but I also do put at the bottom, student schedules vary, and you will receive another copy of your student's very specific schedule of where they'll be, when they'll be, with who and when. Classroom management. It kind of just goes over like how I'm classroom managing, I guess. If you have, see, I got to figure out where I can put this so it doesn't cover my face and you guys can see it. You can either put your classroom rules in here, the school rules, or you could say, you know, take a little blurb from the school book, whatever you want to put in here for classroom management. You could, if you have like a check system or the behavior clip chart thing, you could explain that here. I like to stick it on one of the longer ones. You can make the font any size you want so you can really fit as much information you want in here. Parent helpers. So parent helpers for Fun Food Friday, it's really fun to have parents come in and help. Or if you have like room moms or even parent volunteers to like laminate stuff or cut things out or come in and copy stuff for you. If they really want to help, I kind of give them the overview of how they can find that information and makes it easy for them to know that, hey, yes, I do love when parents come in and help. Here are the things that I'll need help with, but here's how you have to sign up to do that first, because they do have to follow district rules to be able to come into the classroom to help. I go into Fun Food Friday because it's something we do every Friday. I go over this here, what the schedule kind of looks like, because on Thursdays we're doing the sequencing, and then Friday we're cooking, and then we're doing our social skills by passing it out. So I kind of go over this with them here, and I let them know I send home the recipes on Friday so you guys can cook over the weekend and your child already knows how to do it. And then the last one in here is a reading toolkit. I do get a lot of questions about what my reading toolkit looks like. I should have grabbed one of my folders. Excuse me. But I just have folders from Lakeshore Learning. They're clear folders, and I use Reading A to Z a lot in my classroom because it's leveled. I think it's like $100 for a 1-year subscription. Your school might even already have a subscription for it. It's something that's very, very popular. I use Reading A to Z, and I'll send home a book. Fun Food Friday, yes, is in my store. I will send home a leveled reader with the child over the weekend. Now, for my school, we aren't allowed to assign homework to students. They aren't required to complete their homework. So I'll send it home. A lot of times for self-contained, parents do want things to do with their children because they want to learn with their children at home and see what their children can do. So it's great to just send home some work that is on the child's level that the parent can do with them. Reading A to Z is great because it comes with like vocab cards and comprehension quizzes and questions and full lesson plans. I mean, you can send home whatever you want with the parent and they can do it with their kid at home. If they want to do it every other week, once a month, however you want to do it, but that's kind of how my reading toolkit works. I just have one little folder that you can stick books in, and it's like a double flap, something I got from Lakeshore Learning. So there is that. Now, I did see, I think Cassandra, I just want to answer her question really quick. She asked me something about a SPED acronym tab, or is that a waste? That would actually be really helpful. You can always, if you want, you don't have to use all of these tabs that I use. If you don't have a reading toolkit or you're not doing Fun Food Friday, You don't even have to use the 2 bottom tabs. So if you just wanted yours to have this many flaps, you could. Or if you just wanted it to have this many, you could. You make it fit your classroom. If you wanted to put in a SPED acronym page, that would be a fantastic addition. I would use one of the longer ones because then you can fit more in here, depending on how many acronyms you want to share with parents. But I think that's a fantastic idea, especially even for gen ed teachers. I think it's great to put in here. That way they are aware of all of the, you know, the SPED acronyms when they go to IEP meetings and things like that. I think that's great. That would be a great addition. So this is in my store. I linked it above this video. I will also link it in the comments below. It is completely editable again, so any language, you can make it fit any language. You can use any fonts that you want. I have given you a list of fonts in my sample one that is included in the download. You can download these fonts if you would like to use them. If not, you can use any fonts that you want. You can insert Clipart. You're really going to make it fit your needs, which is really great. Again, if you're thinking, oh my gosh, that's so much work, have your kids help you do it. It's a great fine motor task. It's a great following the rules task and putting them in order. So it would be a greatest early, like, beginning of the year assessment for them as well for that. So if you have any questions about this or recommendations or things that you think would be beneficial to add, like the SPED acronyms tab, please leave it in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts, and I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good day.